What is going on, my YouTube friends and all my Patreon friends? How we living today? What do we got? My friend Bobby sent me Lil Yachty, The Black Seminole official audio. And I don't know if I can name a single Lil Yachty song, but in the comments it said that this is going to be the first record that a lot of people are listening to from Lil Yachty. So I really don't know what we're getting into. I'm looking forward to it. I appreciate the request and the support as per usual, my friends. Let's check this out. You know what that sounds like to me? It sounds like a vintage synthesizer, and like an arpeggiator, and so it has a dial on it. I wish I could recreate it for you. So you play the note, and then you could basically decide how far up the scale you want the arpeggio to go. So it sounds like he's going like, I don't know, like say like a fourth of the way up, all the way up to the octave, fourth of the way up again. Like it's interesting, man. It's like vintage, like old school feeling, right?
Symbol, the black Seminole. A sex symbol, the black Seminole.
All right.
African Rambo, more ammo. Can't be escaped, I'm on every channel. What's wrong, Mr. Man? Your eyes are low, and you're walking with both hands on your head. His response, he's on a clean high. Both feet up on the ground, but his head's way in the sky.
Man, this is a vibe, eh? I love the drum sounds and the guitar sounds and everything. Almost reminds me of like a Pink Floyd record. And his vocal, man, is cool. So this is auto-tune, right? You can hear it when he does the fall off. And it kind of like, it struggles to find all the notes because he's not doing like a run. He's not like separating those notes. He's letting it fall off. But when he's hitting the pitches, you can hear that like he's actually singing those pitches because the auto-tune would bend it. It would like fluctuate. It would have this like kind of, it's interesting. It's really interesting how it works. I'll do a video on it. I'll do a video on autotune. I got one on microphones coming up this week. I'll do one on autotune too because it's really neat. It's not like a perfect correction tool. It's definitely not that. It'll fix lots of things, but it's not perfect. And it starts to saturate like this, and it's neat, man. Like you can use it in ways like to boost a vocal. You can have it cut through a mix, like especially when you have something big and full and like authentic sounding, acoustic sounding. You can't really carve out sections for like a vocal for like you. In like if you have like a beat or a rotation or something that's like a lot more synthesized, you can carve out parts of the frequencies to leave room for like the vocal or for like a flow or something, right? So when you don't have that, you have to find different ways that are clever to do that. And one way is autotune, and I like it. I dig it, man. It's a cool texture. Bassline too.
The black Seminole, head general. Distant connections, a large interval. A black man with mouths to feed. Embracing equality throughout greed. No time to joke around. The kid is now a man, and the silence is filled with remarkable. This part I've seen in my dreams. Love is not a lie. It just feels like a Tarantino movie.
Love is not a lie. It just feels like a Tarantino movie scene, like a shootout. Way too much blood. Is that what he's talking about?
It just feels like a Tarantino movie.
type drop. Very Floyd. Very Floyd. It's a great tone, man. If I'm gonna guess, I would guess that if it was a real guitar, which I think it was a Stratocaster on the neck pickup, which is a real bluesy one. And then I was just talking about this in a Dirty Honey video I just filmed. I think they had the tone knob rolled all the way off too. And there's a distortion and probably a fuzz too, or like something compressing it really hard to push it a little bit harder and get more sustain out of it. But I think that's the tone that it is. I think it's a Strat, probably a Rosewood Strat, in the neck position, the tone knob rolled down a little bit. Great tone. The last one that I saw was a Les Paul. Same kind of similar setup, but I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Someone let me know if you know down below if there's a band that I can check out. I would love to check it out, man. This is wild. There's so much going on. It's a great stereo image.
Now.
All right. I want to catch that again. He's getting lost in space.
Now.
Weird time, crazy time signature. That was cool. That was a cool section. Felt very like maybe like tribal or like indigenous maybe. Like very chanty. I dug that, man. That was cool. It was like a call out. Is that like there's probably like something I'm missing in this. But I dig it, man. That was a really cool section. Man, that was cool. From like a production standpoint alone, man, that was wild. That was not at all. I don't even know what I was expecting. I wasn't expecting that though. Man, that was neat. That was neat. There was a lot of really cool things like the delays, all the like space echo effects. It felt like it was a very vintage approach, like a 60s or 70s approach to recording something almost like psychedelic feeling, right? Like I keep saying Pink Floyd, but that's just like my like direct relation, my knee jerk relation connection, I guess. But I'd love to hear what y'all thought that kind of felt like or vibed with, or if I'm missing anything here, man. This is really neat. This is really neat. This is not at all what I was expecting from the name Lil Yachty, though. So call me asleep. I guess I'm asleep. Bobby, I appreciate this one. I appreciate everything you've been putting me on lately, man. Everything's been like a curveball. But my friends, if you made it this far, I would appreciate a thumbs up. It's the best way to help my YouTube channel. I also have a Patreon in the description box if you want to send me your links and get your shout outs. And we'll see everyone again soon.